Hi everyone, welcome back to Growing and Glowing. This is your boy Brans.
Your girl Wens.
And once again, thank you for tuning in on today's video. And what is our video on today, Win?
So today we have a special video for you guys. We are actually going to be doing a season finale.
Yes. So this is technically our end to this season. So what does that mean?
Yeah. So we are going to be taking a little break just to come back refreshed with new ideas and just, to come back better than ever.
Yes.
So it's not permanent or leave, we're just gonna take some time for ourselves, work on ourselves, and then like I said, work on the podcast and just figuring out ways to better it.
Yes, exactly. And it's like she said, it's just more like, to come back better than ever. Where I just feel like it's just to like, get a little break from all the routine because, it is important to take a little mental health break. And, with this little break, we can only hope that we're going to bring new ideas and, better energy for our content.
Yes, exactly. And then so just to get into this episode, we're just gonna kind of recap like what we've learned from this experience, like just what we took from all this experience. So let's start with you, Brant. What did you learn from this experience? Like what did you take from all of this?
Let me think about it. I feel like for me the biggest thing that like I have learned during this season is that like the biggest thing I feel like I learned in this season would be that I have more control and power over situations, kind of in definitely. A sense. Not like how to like control situations, but no, mostly how to react to situations. Like I feel like that has been something that has been standing out for me a lot. That I don't react like I used to react to certain situations, and in a sense, I feel like I've slowed down. Not like in a sense where like I'm slowing down in like mentally, but slowing down in like I'm taking my time with things and I'm just making sure that I get everything done so that if I'm trying to figure out something, it can just run more smoothly.
Yeah, so it like helped you be like more organized in your life.
Definitely.
And like just be like a more like composed person in general.
Yeah, definitely, because I feel like I'm very like I was in the past more like impulsive.
Yeah, always
and
rushing.
Yes,
and like,
like I thought getting things done faster was better than getting things done the right way,
Yeah,
so I feel like definitely that's one thing that has really stuck out for me. Like I definitely take my time with things now, and I think before I speak.
Yes,
more
I
than
love
ever,
that.
right?
Yeah, I love that.
And what about you, Kitty?
One thing I took from this podcast was definitely going for things that I wouldn't normally go for. For example, like starting this podcast just gave me that confidence to really like stop caring about like what people thought about me and to like stop in a way like, how can I put this? Doubting myself and believing I couldn't do stuff because I would never like, I'm not one to really believe in high hopes for myself or like that possibility out there. But starting this podcast like just put me in a position where it's like, oh shit, like I can do this. Like if I set my mind to something, like I can do it and I can go for it. And like the possibilities, like they're endless and you're never gonna know if you like don't go for it. Which is why like I think it's just something that was so important in my life because it really taught me to be fearless.
I love that. Yeah. And I'm glad that you mentioned that because I feel like that is one thing too that I can relate with you in. That I feel like the going for it part, I feel like it has more to do with like having confidence and not being as like self-doubtful, if that makes sense.
Yes, definitely.
Like I feel like that's something that really like worked out for me too. Like not having a lot of self-doubt and just going for things.
Yeah, I love that. And it did definitely bring out like our confidence. I feel like it, like I feel like we are confident people, but when it comes to like I don't know, like in different areas, like there's different types of confidence. So for me, like the confidence and like just being really able to like speak, like you said, like speak out like what I'm thinking. Like this podcast really helped me do that because I'm a very like respectful person and I don't like to cross boundaries. I don't really like to be, I was raised not to be disrespectful, and keep shit to myself. But this podcast taught me like, what, like I'm allowed to speak up for myself. I'm allowed to voice my opinions because like your voice matters. And I really hope that's like something you guys took from this podcast too, that like you're confident, like your voice matters and what you have to say matters, and just to really go for things. So I'm really grateful for this podcast teaching me definitely to be like more confident and really value like my voice and what I have to say.
Yes, I love that. For me also, just to add to that, I feel like one thing that has helped me in is more like, how can I say this? Like being more like open to receiving love,
Mm-hmm.
even from like strangers. Because
Yes.
I feel like I struggle with that I struggle with that in the past, where like I'm so like closed off and so to myself
Yeah.
that I can come off as like bitchy, right? Like I
Yeah.
feel like you kind of relate on that, right?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
I feel like coming off as bitchy, and I feel like it kind of like bugged me in a way because I don't like to come off as bitchy, but at the same time
Yeah.
I don't care what
But
people
you're also
think.
like on guard because of all your
Yeah, yeah,
experiences.
exactly. There you go. Like
Yeah.
because of my experiences, but I also don't like coming off as that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like I feel like that was one of my things where like I wanted to work on
Mm-hmm.
mentally, because I feel like that was like most like a mental thing,
Yes,
like
definitely.
having
So
to like do shadow work. And
yeah, it expanded like, your mentality and
yeah,
like stuff. Yeah, I
because I
see
feel
that.
like when I was younger, like at least it's more like when you're a teenager or like in your younger teenage
Yeah.
years, like it's easier to like let it like slide. But I feel like now that I'm
Yes.
getting older and I'm trying to like like get my professional job and all that stuff, I feel like it's like not as like professional in a sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
that's like one thing I'm like very like confident now, that I feel like I'm definitely like more professional in that sense.
I love that. Yes, and I can see that too.
No, thank you.
I feel like something else that this podcast really helped me with, really sorry, helped me with, is like you said, definitely expanding my mentality. Just being like more in tune with myself and in touch with myself and trying to live up to like what we preach, so that definitely
Yes.
helped me see that because like back then, yes, like I would like do my manifesting and I would like it'll be like 1 week I'm gonna be like all good and manifest, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and like the next week I wouldn't do it, I'll be like on and off.
Mm-hmm.
But this podcast helped me be like consistent with my work and
Yeah.
really live up to like what I was preaching and saying, so like it definitely held me like accountable, like to what we were talking about to you guys. Like if that week we were talking about mental health and like keeping up with your routine, like it definitely made me like realize like shit, like you have to be real about this shit. Like there's no joking around no more. Like you have to be about it,
Yeah, like,
basically.
especially if you want to take things like serious. I feel like,
Yeah,
yeah, I can relate with you on that.
definitely. And we're not hypocrites, guys. So like it
Yes.
definitely like held us accountable. So thank you for all
Yeah.
the views and all the
Definitely.
watches. Like know that this was like a journey for us too.
Yes.
And I just really hope you guys all learned something from this and you were able to like really get in tune with yourself. At least you got one thing from this video or any
Yes.
video. Like I'm so grateful like you guys were able to watch it and that the universe was able to bring this video about to you guys.
Yes.
And I'm hoping with next season, we're just gonna come back better and that we're gonna come back with new ideas and be able to really get in touch with you guys more.
Yes. And create just more videos that just give off really good energy.
Yes, exactly. So here's a fun question. What's one lesson that you want for our viewers?
One lesson.
That if you would have to tell them anything from what you've learned, what would you tell them?
My lesson is,
If you had to pick one of all of them, like what would you say is the most important?
I feel like it would be like honestly like fuck the haters and just
Yes.
honestly go for what you want, because
Yes.
like at the end of the day, like if you're gonna be like worried about what like just opinions that don't even matter, like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that is one lesson that I want them to learn, is that opinions are just opinions and they don't matter. At the end of the day, I feel like actions, and I just feel like the way you carry yourself is what matters, right?
Yes,
So that's one
exactly.
lesson I would tell everybody, like fuck the haters and just go for what you want to do if it makes you happy.
Yes, I love that. I hope you guys, hear that and take it to heart.
Yes.
What I would have to say to you guys kind of goes along with those lines. It's more like be yourself. Be
Yes.
yourself always, like Brand said, who gives a fuck? Fuck the haters, fuck everybody else. You're only ever going to be happy if you're your true self. You can't hide the person you are because you're never going to be truly happy, like I said. So, fuck everything else. Just be yourself. Everything's going to work out and the universe will literally align everything for you once you stop giving a fuck and start being yourself.
Yes, and you start like aligning for who you are. Like you will literally everything that you need in this life will just come to you. Honestly, like that.
Yes, definitely. I feel like that's when like more doors for me open when I really stopped
Definitely.
giving a fuck.
Yeah, literally. Like you just. It's weird, but it just like you notice little things like that where it's like
Yes.
really rewarding.
Yes, exactly. I feel like that's literally when like my skin started glowing, when I started physically
Yes.
glowing, when like I started seeing results and like when I felt really at my best self.
No, literally.
So I hope you guys, take that as lesson.
Yes.
If not, like any other video that helped you guys, like I'm so glad it did.
Yes. Like yeah,
And
and she said, we could only hope that you learned good things and you
mhm.
learned like valuable, like you get valuable tools from here and you just apply them to your everyday life to make yourself, live a better life, you know?
Yes, exactly. And for the new season, guys, I just want to put out there that if you guys have any ideas, anything you want to
Yes.
talk about, like don't be shy, DM us, comment below. Like we
Yes.
also have Instagram and TikTok at the Growing and Going podcast.
Yes.
So any ideas, whatever you feel like you want to see in season 2, please feel more than free to reach out to us.
Yes.
Like we are more than happy to hear what you guys have to
Yes.
say.
We're open minded and we like also hearing constructive criticism.
Yes.
So just let us know.
And something else about season 2, even though we're going to be on a break, we are going to be active on our social
Yes.
medias. So please, if you're not following us, go ahead and
And
follow
follow
us.
us,
Like I
give us
said,
likes. It helps with
yes.
the algorithm and just share, like, if you can show us love, like, we're gonna be active on our social media.
Yes, so what that's gonna look like is that we're gonna be trying to post more like on our stories, more of ourselves. You're gonna see
Yes.
us physically, you know. So we're also gonna be doing more reels, just like some motivational like
Mantras like
mantras.
like Monday mantras or just
Hmm.
like positive posts that will like get you thinking positively,
Yes,
basically.
exactly. It's just something a little to motivate you for that day,
Yes,
you
because
know,
I don't
or
know.
for
I
that
feel
week.
like sometimes when I'm having a bad day and I just read something or like something like that, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah, and
it's a
you're
little
like,
better.
it
Life
feels,
isn't that bad.
yes, it feels nice when you can see something and relate to, and you're like, okay, like,
Yes.
so hopefully, you guys follow us.
So
I
you
will
can see a
list
lot
it
of that.
below.
Yep.
And yeah, till then, we will see you guys for the next season.
Yes. And of this video, once again, we wanted to let you know and appreciate all the love and support that you have given us so far. It means a lot to us. It means the world to us because, like we said, without those, like without the support, love, and comments, like we would not have had the confidence to keep doing this and
Mm-hmm.
just would have not had the confidence enough to better ourselves. And honestly, thank you for that. We can only hope that you keep on following us and watching our videos. And with that being said, we can only hope for you to keep
Growing
growing and
and glowing. We
glowing.
love you. Till next season.
Bye.
Bye.